Coming straight from the Golden Arches, the Egg McMuffin. I'm going to be breaking down each individual ingredient, starting with a homemade English muffin, a really nice thyme butter-basted ham steak, that classic thick egg ring, and a nice cheddar cheese. I'm going to add something to mine that normally isn't there, but it's going to elevate it just enough to put them out of reach of my sandwich. It's just about that time. Let's turn up the heat. Starting with the most important part, you already know, the English muffins. 1 cup of warm milk around 95 degrees. Whisk in 1 3/4 tablespoons of sugar. Next, 1 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. Let this sit and get frothy for about 5 minutes. While this is sitting, get about 2 1/4 cups of flour. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Incorporate that. Add your milk, sugar, and yeast. Next is 1 egg and a 1/4 stick of melted butter. Once this forms into a ball, stick this onto a floured work surface and begin kneading. Stick this into a lightly greased bowl and let this double in size rest for about an hour. After about an hour, punch this down, plop it out, break that ball into about 7 equal pieces, right around 90 to 93 grams each piece. Take each one, fold all the corners in, cup it, form it into a ball. Place these on a baking sheet with cornmeal. Once they're lined on the cornmeal, cover these bad boys up for 30 more minutes. After 30 minutes, press down on each English muffin and over low heat, toss in the muffins. Let these cook until they're golden brown on one side. Once you start to smell the cornmeal start to toast, give these guys a flip. Let these cook until the tops look just like this. Once they look like this, give them a pull. Toss them back onto the baking pan. Toss this in a 350-degree oven for around 7 to 10 minutes. After about 8 to 9 minutes in the oven, they're looking pretty beauteous. For the ham, take your ham steak, literally cut a disc the same diameter as the sandwich. Once this gets nice and hot, throw in your ham. Once your ham is nice and brown on one side, give it a flip. On low heat, add a couple tablespoons of butter and some thyme, and baste the ham with the thyme butter. Take your ham, set it on the side, and pour that butter right over the top. For the egg, it's got to be in a ring mold. I don't have one, so I made one out of aluminum foil. Toss this down onto the pan, put a little bit of butter in, get your egg cracked into a cup, just to make sure the yolk isn't broken. Toss in your egg. You can add a little touch of water around the outside of the pan and cover it with the top. Just lift the ring mold straight up. It's going to be pretty hot, so be careful. Hold this to the side. To elevate this sandwich past theirs, go in with 2 tablespoons of mayo, a splash of Frank's, a splash of Worcestershire sauce, a dash of paprika, and a dash of garlic powder. And this is going to add that extra layer of moisture and fat that you need. That's just going to take this sandwich to the next level. Take your toasted English muffin, spread some mayo on it. Take your melty cheese, stick it right on. Take your ham and the egg. And that right there is the Egg McMuffin made better. Here it is, the Egg McMuffin. Let's give it a taste. Right off the bat, you got that runny egg. It's already better than the McDonald's one. That ham, that thyme is coming through, the buttery notes, and then that mayo just kind of elevates it, gives it a little bit of spice, a little extra fat. And the English muffins, the texture is pillowy, nice, toasty, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Perfect for a sandwich. This right here is definitely made better than theirs. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for all the support lately, and until next time, peace.